Welcome back, everybody, here to our final match of the night. That's right, it's the one and only match coming out, the best of 3 matchup, but we are here in our third and deciding game between Mousesports and Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming, they are 1 victory away from going flawlessly through their group stage and 100% securing themselves a spot in the winner's bracket. I say winner's bracket, it's a single elimination. No double elim. It is the semi-final, which puts them 2 matchup wins away from $25,000, plus what you guys out there inside Dota TV have contributed by picking up the tickets for the competition as well. Let's get ourselves over inside the game. Their opponents being Mousesports, currently a 1-1 as far as their results go in the wonderful world of the group stage. Wonderfully, though, speaking of wonderful, I don't know if I actually want to call him wonderful because he was trolling around and screwing with me and insulting me before. But here's my co-caster nonetheless, giving it to me real style. It is the Dota Capitalist. Welcome to the broadcast, man.
Well, what can I say, Toby? Like, I woke up from my coma and I was feeling a little ornery. So, you know.
All I know is I'm feeling more hate than I'm feeling love of late. I'm feeling abused.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, Toby, yeah. I would never abuse you.
Yeah, you like that boy from the movie. He's definitely just not into you. Where it's just like, oh, no, he does that because he likes you. Yeah.
You know, Toby, sometimes you make it too easy. I think sometimes it's not my fault. Sometimes you just put yourself out there, like referencing that kind of movie, and you're like, please,
excuse me,
capitalists, make fun of me.
Have you got something against people who like that kind of movie? Cap,
no.
Be a modern day man with an open mind, you military man.
All right, Toby. All right, you got me.
Yeah.
I should accept all of humankind for what they are, even people who are into she's just not whatever that movie was. All I know is a chick flick, and I've never seen it.
Sweet. Yeah. Game time. Let's focus on our wonderful world of gaming. Speed Gaming. We're gonna have bands out on Lich as well as Doombringer, Live still on Elder Titan. Rise is not gonna go up against that again, and we're doing the same thing again from Rise. We have the Crystal Man and we have the Bristleback. This time around, no Pile Die is still gonna again face the decision of if he bans out the Conquer. If he takes out the Nature's Prophet this time. Because I was waiting for Speed Gaming to pick that up themselves, but this time around they get the Clockwork up for Bone 7, and they have a Visage already for Aoi. And yeah, I doubt Mousesports will be allowed the same lineup again, because they really just manhandled Speed Gaming just then.
Yeah, you know, I think that the recent buffs that Bristleback has been getting, especially this latest one, kind of pushed him over to the edge and finally being viable. And I'm glad to see that at least one team is deciding to pick him up. You know, he actually does a huge amount of damage. The most recent buff, the biggest thing was his stacks. Now increased the max stacks from 5, 6, and 7, from level 1 to 3 respectively. That's actually a huge increase of damage for Bristleback. So when he's chasing, when he's gotten off 3 different spines and 2 different goos, he hits extremely hard. He's also an extremely tanky hero that soaks up a lot of damage. He is reliant heavily on being able to micro. You need to be able to see those missiles and those heavy attacks coming at you and turning around at the right time. That way you get that back reduction. But all around, I mean, he hits really hard. I think IceFrog has really been trying to orient this hero instead of what he used to be, which is more of a kind of... he was more of a 3-2 position where he could soak up a lot of damage. He could be very, very aggressive in the mid game, but he was mainly relying on spines. IceFrog seems to be giving him more and more attack damage, trying to make him more of a carry. And, you know, I think it's made him much more viable than he used to be.
Yeah, well, it was proved in last game. Unicorn proved it hands down. I'm also wondering what's happening around with Unicorn. Like, they're working out strats, which he is a critical part of. And the 5th player of Mousesports, which was announced only recently, their full roster was meant to be Ace. It's meant to be Ace. In fact, I can bring you up our list, which we officially got from Mousesports. This is their list of the Mousesports players right here. What is happening with Ace? Do you actually know?
I have no clue. I haven't heard much about this team since they first got announced. So I know that they picked up Ace, but... maybe he was on holiday or something.
Yeah, I'm spamming a message over to World Syndrome right now to see maybe he can put my mind at rest. I'm also watching the chat just in case they also know. So, yeah, if you guys didn't find the chat, by the way, there's this wonderful website, which I'd love to mention, which I can't. It's my site. I can say my site, and you should know what it is. Where we put a chat over there. It links over to Sideboard Matt's chat, but it's very easy to find. Makes it very, very easy to find. So I have that up over on my site. I was missing my connection to the peoples. And through the help of Sideboard Matt, I have that connection. Well, as I say that, it keeps
Let
timing.
me hop on over there.
His chat keeps timing out. His chat keeps timing me out because I don't type anything or do anything. I just keep watching. It seems to time me out all the time, which is really, really frustrating. But Norn will be coming up there for Speed Gaming. So, how do you stop a push which comes in with a huge amount of tankable heroes that just force down the tower? I give you an answer. Bouncing Moonglaves. That is my answer. Solar Assumption to focus down certain targets, and then Clockwork to split the fight up. A high angle hook shot in, Cogs to split it up, and then Luna's Glaives can focus on 2 heroes directly. With her changes too, that makes it very, very brutal.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, I really like Speed Gaming's draft so far. It's not only is Clockwork really good versus Bristleback because, well, he's really good versus any melee hero, but they've also, I mean, they've just got synergy within their own. Clockwork being a very aggressive hero, initiating those team fights, giving Luna a lot of room to work around. You've got your ultimate for Luna that is able to provide a significant amount of team fight going into the mid game, so you're not just relying on this hard carry damage where you're waiting to farm and farm and farm until you're finally viable. Luna can come into the game pretty early. She wants to be able to have BKB and probably her level 2 ultimate before she really tries to force in team fight. But once you have that, you can pretty much base team fights around your ultimate. Every single time it's off cooldown, you should be going for some sort of 4 or 5 man push and seeing if you could take a tower or at least force a team fight that you can win. Her ability to farm up really quickly, though, I mean, with the recent change where Glaives are able to bounce between just 2 different units if there's nothing else to bounce to, it makes her a much faster jungler once she reaches that point where she's just purely focused on farming and trying to get that BKB. So she'll pick that up a little bit earlier because of that change, but I still fear that Bristleback's aggression, the way he's able to control the mid game, I still fear that Luna is going to be in a lot of bad positions, just with the fact that Bristleback is so aggressive. Now you've got an Invoker, really strong mid game hero, that if you're able to combine, you know, some Sunstrikes, you can actually get really aggressive and potentially an aggro try coming out from Mousesports.
You're hoping you have an Exile Invoker from Cinderin.
Yeah, I'm hoping, but
the last,
I mean, it wouldn't be that bad
the last
if he went
2 times I
Quaswex.
think I saw him take up the Invoker, it was Quaswex. There was never an intention to go Exort. And up against this lineup, I'm wondering if he will even try that. You got a lot of tankability in these heroes. I think he needs to, so he can get Force Spirit. Quas Exort build so you can get the 2 Force Spirits up and just eat through that TA's refraction charges. It's got to be the way to approach this one. You do have a Wisp now being picked up as well from Mousesports, so we get combination Tether with the Bristleback, but it doesn't come with a stunner. It doesn't come with any kind of invid surprise like we saw with Fnatic when they ran in the Invitational where they had Ricky Maru into the Wisp and they ran Bottle on that and ran it dual lane middle and just started sending out so many smoke screens it wasn't funny because he just kept getting all of he'd spend his life points and then get it all back with his mana as well through the bottle charges of the Wisp. So I'm interested to see how Mousesports will approach this. I kind of almost hope this Invoker is a safe lane Invoker and they run Bristleback and Wisp in the middle up against the Templar Assassin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Bristleback is extremely good against melee heroes, and being able to burn through those refraction charges very, very quickly with Wisp auto attacks and Bristle Spines, they could put TA on the defensive. The question is, how much do they really want to try and shut down Luna? Because I do think that, I mean, Wisp isn't the greatest aggressive tri-lane, so now that they picked up the Wisp, I kind of do hope they do dual lanes, as you suggested. They really need to protect Invoker. Invoker's one of those heroes where you don't have the greatest escape mechanisms early on, so you're kind of susceptible to ganks if you run that hero mid. And if you're not going an Exort build, which now with TA in the pool, I think you need that sort of mass AoE crowd control to be able to combo with Bristleback. You've got two heroes that are really susceptible, that are both reliant on their mana, but also have low mana pools, both Luna and TA. So I think that a Quas Exort Invoker would be pretty strong here. So honestly, I think your idea, Toby, is right on the money. I think that protecting Invoker by putting him safe lane and then putting some sort of dual mid, even if it is Bristleback like Wisp off lane and they pick up some other mid hero to go with Crystal Maiden mid, I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden works with almost anything in the middle lane. And they could always go for like immunity and a little bit more stability and going for the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut and CM was a bit more of a classic combination, the Frostbite into a spin. You could dish out a lot of damage with that, and that would be another way to burn through TA. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about is the fact that they can't control the TA, and then they commit so many units into controlling up the TA that Luna gets space to farm up. And then Luna with levels, they come in with Visage with levels, they come in with Chen, who with levels has an army. You're going to lose towers very, very quickly. And Crystal Maiden and Wisp are those heroes that once we go past, I don't even want to say 30 minutes, I kind of want to say like 25 minutes. So we're going to actually, ooh, nice. Nice. They're going to switch, but nice. You know they're going to switch. But Eternal Envy, with that kind of power, 20-25 minutes in, if he gets the 4 points up in the glaives, the Wisp and CM can't even come close. They'll die straight away. The Bristleback can tank up, and Wisp wants to stick with him and keep tethered to him, but the balance of the glaives is going to kill off that Wisp every single time, and Crystal Maiden won't be able to tank up against it either. That's why I'm really concerned about this Wisp pickup, and hope it really does pay off for him, because you lose your supporters, you lose every single stun you got apart from the Cold Snap from Invoker, and obviously his other disables, which he has up his sleeve. That's my largest concern right now. The Mousesports just have no supports when the fights begin. And Speed, they pop off Hand of God, and they keep all the supports alive. And Visage is tanking up as it is. And his birds, like, how are they going to pick these guys off? Invoker Forge Spirits? As Loda was telling me last night, you actually can't attack ground move to pick off the Forge Spirits. You've actually got to attack them directly, which he is not a massive fan of. They didn't switch. Interesting.
Yeah. They do have Bristleback is decent at going up against birds because he hits so hard so early on, and then also quills do damage to birds. It's not very much damage. You're not going to kill a bird in 2 or 3 quills, but with the damage coming out from the quill plus your added physical damage, Bristleback might be able to one-shot them fairly early on. But, I think this is... They're putting a safe lane Invoker. They picked up Razor. Razor, a really good mid-game hero who can combo well with the Bristleback Chase, being able to slow down enemy heroes. So you've got some really early physical damage. That's what both of those two heroes excel at, is Bristleback and Razor. Razor being able to sap away damage, Bristleback being able to build damage off of his Warpath stacks. Oh, nice play. Pilot Eye already hitting the...
they're going out for more.
Countering the rune.
They're coming in closer on Pylite Die. They've done some decent damage already with the 3 quills into his back, 4 as well, and wow, that is some crazy damage. It does force Unicorn to go through half his mana pool, but 1 Clarity will repair that anyway. And then did they just deny their own ward? Oh, of course you would, because that thing's still worth 50.
No ward. No gold.
Yeah, it's still worth 50 gold, so they deny it up, even though they lose their vision. They kind of know that Sentry Ward's going to last long enough for someone's going to stop it. And look at Owie. He already says, you know what, screw this aggressive tri-lane. I don't want to go up against him. Sing Sing's going to go bottom lane Templar Assassin, which puts Bone 7 as the Clockwork middle lane. Now, this isn't what Cinderin was expecting. Cinderin can't kill off a Clockwork. Templar Assassin's happy with this bottom lane because now it's him up against an Invoker. So it's the matchup in the middle lane we were kind of already expecting. But what's going to make this harder right now for Link is the fact that he's got a Chen who's inside his own jungle, which means that's a quick rotation over. It's only a Wild Wing right now, but you put a Tornado into that lane up against Link, and his life's going to get a little bit harder.
Yeah, Mouse, they should have seen this coming. In fact, Rise is actually going to rotate down to bottom. He's got that Frostbite level 1, so if he wants to, he can actually do a little bit of jungling of his own. As you see, Chen is actually stacking the hard camp. He can actually take a little bit of that and try and Frostbite up. Oh, Cinderin. He's really tearing Bone 7 a new one. Bone 7's still getting decent CS, but he's really pushing that advantage that Razor has over melee heroes.
I don't know if you've noticed what Eternal Envy's done here. And it was a reason why, like, you could see Link. He was attacking the illusions. And Eternal Envy got an illusion rune at level 1. And he put one in the middle lane with Bone 7. He put one on the bottom lane with Sing Sing. Oh, yeah!
Oh, he didn't have enough damage! He was half a second from snapping a little bit more damage, and that would have given him the last hit on the courier.
Zebras be tanky, man. Zebras be tanky. Yeah.
That Ice Frog buff.
But Sing Sing had bonus damage at the start because he had the aura from Luna, from the illusion, from level 1. The illusions were buffing up all the lanes from level 1.
Well done.
Small little things, but just wanted to point that one out of just really, really nice play. Way to work the auras even with illusions. And this bottom lane right now, look how badly Link's losing this. And Link's like, we always assumed that Sing Sing was going to take up the Invoker, because Sing Sing is just, Cinderin will take up the Invoker, because Cinderin loves his Invoker. He always plays it, he always kind of has for a very, very long time whenever he plays a mid-solo. But if you actually go back into Link's early days, he played a lot of Invoker. Like a lot of Invoker.
Ooh, Sing Sing's a little low on, low on mana.
He's in trouble. He's got a bottle charge up, so he has at least a refresh when it comes off cooldown again. The Centaur coming in from the side from the Chen. Ashley stunning up on Rise. There's no nuke coming out from him, but Sing Sing, one hit. He didn't get the refraction up. Now he does. One attack. He's got it. First blood for Sing Sing. He's got Meld available as well, and now he's going to go Invis. There's no Invis detection, but he'll turn around, throw the Meld Link. Bottle charge is already coming out from Sing Sing. Owie. He's up to level 2, which means nuke, and the attack is enough. He only just leveled up with a little bit of the creep wave going down. Pylite die, he might be in a little bit of trouble. No, he's got Grave Chill. He outruns them every single time on this top lane. The Speed Gaming 2-0 now at the start.
Yeah, and all lanes, I mean, I would even consider, like, Bone 7's really getting harassed a lot by Cinderin, but he's been able to pick up an early bottle. He's gotten the 2-minute rune. He's looking to pick up the 4-minute rune as well. If he can get that, honestly, this lane's going pretty well for him. He's not expected to win it. He's not expecting to out-CS the Razor, but as long as he survives, he's doing well. I would consider that a win. So that means pretty much every single lane is winning so far for Speed Gaming. Like, Eternal Envy has the top CS on the board despite the fact that he had to deal with this aggressive try in the beginning.
Well, this Bristleback can't come in close and try and contest him because you've still got this aura and it's buffing up Pylite Die's harassment. Bottom lane, trouble for Owie. He's going to go down right now. Looks like the Cold Snap as well as Crystal Maiden able to work together. So they do get a revenge kill out in the chat, even though the Saturn's not making life easy for him. Yeah, but this top lane, this one kind of like love this dual lane. It doesn't have any stuns from the very, very start, but it's a zone out lane. Because you get the Grave Chill, Pylite's got bonus damage, you've already got the Lucent Beam, and there's just Soul Assumption damage. Crit, he's going to try and stand his ground. Stick charges aren't enough to keep the Lunar alive. And Pylite doesn't have enough stick charges to get himself a Soul Assumption. And Crit, well, I don't know if you can actually solo that one with Grave Chill. Pylite is going to try and turn this one up. There's a Tether available, he's not going to go for it to get himself away to safety, because Pylite is not going to get closer anyway. Then on bottom lane again, Frostbite on Sing Sing. He's going to go Meld. No one remembered to pack the Sentry wards in the kit.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the problem when you start out where you have to rotate as a support and then you also die. Like, the Tickled isn't enough to be able to get you because you have to upgrade Courier and all that sort of thing. So he's just, unfortunately, too low. He has to get boots versus this lane. Like, he can't have the neutrals that Chen brings into the lane be faster than he is.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so he has to get the boots.
Well, and again, now with the TA trap setting up on the bottom lane, the Chen creeps will be faster than he is.
Yeah. You see what Owie is doing? I mean, it's the normal thing that he does. It's especially good on the Radiant side. You're able to stack this hard camp, both hard camps really, really easily, but he's stacked up one of them, and then he's just grabbed a Wild Wing Ripper and tornadoed it down. So it's a lot of early experience. Despite the fact that he's actually been pretty aggressive in this lane and been a large part of it, he's still picking up really good experience in the jungle.
Mm-hmm. That's not just the experience too, it's the ability to control up Rise. He wants to find a new creep quickly, and what a creep to find. Harpy time! Harpy Gaming. Trouble on bottom lane. Link, TA Trap's going to slow him down. The Harpy starts his attack over towards the Crystal Maiden, and then even Sing Sing got a Side Blade attack through that one, and Clockwork Looks like ulti being used and support from Pylai Die coming in. They pick up Cinderin up in the river.
That's bad. That's the one lane that's really supposed to win. And that gank, I mean, it didn't even look like Visage necessarily needed Soul Assumption.
All right. New TA trap. Harpy's got another attack as well. Sent up in towards the air. Rise solo alive. Sing Sing one attack. Crit will come in and they get the tether. 100% move speed slow, as well as the attack speed. And the Harpy's just harassing the Wisp back out again. And Sing Sing just waits it.
Well, that's twice now. Like, you can forgive Crystal Maiden not coming into the lane because she needed boots, but that time not having vision on the Wisp or something, they keep missing out on a lot of kills here. But finally, Link does get a pair of counter wards.
And Crit buys the Observer wards. Maybe you should afford some dust at the same time. Just having some de-warding is okay, but you are right. Like, it's missed opportunities. It's missed opportunities, and they kind of do need a sentry ward in this bottom lane, because this bottom lane right now, like, it's being farmed up by a Harpy, and Sing Sing Sideblade line, yes, that's 2 times in a row. Just straight up damage to Link, and then the Harpy follows up as well. This thing's got 1 more, maybe 2 blasts left in it. And he wants to throw both of them over towards Link, but you see it, it's a Quas Wex. Mousesports, I've only seen them run Quas Wex since they assembled this new lineup. And it's no different in this game. It's just EMP Tornado they're searching for as a primary combination. Let the Bristleback get in there and have no one with mana apart from Bristleback. And giving time for Razor to get that connection up too with the Static Link. Phone 7's not looking too healthy. Has to pop the DD rune, so he's only got 1 bottle charge left anyway. And he really wanted to have that top rune. Whoa! Whoa! Battery Assault as well. He might even pick off Cinderin with the help from the Familiars he does. Sacrifices himself. Visage gets the kill. The rune was taken. It's inside the bottle of Crit. But that's some serious commitment to make sure Razor does not get ahead in this middle lane.
Oh, yeah, and it's absolutely worth it.
Oh,
I mean,
Crit?
as long as
Crit?
Bones...
He's going to tether away. Sorry, it's Owie's Familiars. You can't take your eyes off them. Oh, we're salty. We're going somewhere. Coming down for Sing Sing. This time, Sentry Ward. Can't hide inside the invis, and Sing Sing kind of knows it, but he still waited it out anyway.
Oh, and they're mass pinging. They're going to try and get a kill here with Luna ult.
Yep. Can't get the
This is
eclipse
really
off.
risky.
They're in close up. There's 3 heroes that came in to tank it up, and now it was just Luna. Haneko's trying to keep Envy alive. He's trying to get the last attack out, but that tether, it slowed down his attack, so he couldn't get enough hits out to bring down Crit.
Yeah, in the very best scenario, he would have killed both the supports and still died. And the very worst scenario, RNG as it is, he wouldn't have killed any of the supports, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know, that was just a really risky maneuver there from Eternal Envy. There was no way that he was going to survive through that engagement, no matter what happened.
Well, because of that, now Bristleback got free space on the top lane. Unicorn, he's doing his build like he did before. We've already got those treads up and running. The only difference with this one is he picked up an Orb of Venom over on this Bristleback. So we're adding another level of slow in. Pilot Eye would like to have a crack at Link. Link, of course, has Invis if he wants to invoke it. But he's not doing it right now. He's going to back up to his tower with Sing Sing returning towards that lane. Sing Sing is still...
Nice rune.
Oh, what do we get? Haste rune. Oh, yeah. Yes. Like the worst rune that Speed could ever see a Razor pick up. Until Cox from Bone 7. At which point, they don't care.
But they can through this rune, they can push top really, really aggressively and try and take this tower. And if they try and form any sort of defense on Speed Gaming,
oh, they're dived in a
Sin's
long way to pick up this Tomato Smasher. And now Envy, well, Soul Assumption damage, Crit. He's 1 attack away for Pilot Eye to pick him off. And the Familiars will do the job. They fly up and they check left, they check right. Wonderful micro, clockwork, Bone 7 now jumping in, and he holds the Bristleback down. Bristleback fighting him directly. The loser beam came down as well. That tether is over on Owie, and that's the only that came in from Crit. Now pick up Bone 7 as well with a buyback from the Wisp so he can be palmed this one, but they lose Cinderin. That nuke it, which just comes down, is a double-sided blast, and they got it up again. Actually, they only got 1, but the Soul Assumption damage, Familiar stomped down. Rise will retreat himself back out to safety. Envy's trying to get himself in range for a loosen beam, but he cannot catch up to him in time. So So a buyback from the Wisp, but they lose out in their cause here, Mousesports. 0-3 now on the Bristleback too, which we should probably point out that he hasn't got a single kill and died 3 times on this offlane.
Yeah, he's extremely underfarmed. Like, he hasn't even picked up that much CS in that top lane. He's only 44-3 compared to Eternal Envy's 56-9. So they really have, like, especially the fact that Eternal Envy, you see him, he's picked up the early Helmet Dominator. He's going to be stacking those Ancients. He's going to be focusing primarily on farming throughout the mid game rather than trying to force any sort of team fights.
See, I'm wondering the opposite of this one, man. Like, stacking up the Ancients I can understand, and we all know Envy, we all know the way he likes to play. But in this game, I got a feeling that it's just for another aura. This is to give another creep over to Chen and allow him to push early on. Because if they hold back with this lineup, and they give Bristleback the time to farm up, he can get to a point where they just can't contest him. And they need the bonus goal coming into the middle game to defend up against heroes like the Bristleback. Like, we had last game, 20 minutes and you started to breach. They're going to come in and take Roshan up right now. But 20 minutes in the last game with the Bristleback with some decent farm was able to breach the base. It's probably going to come at 25 minutes in this game. Obviously, the pushing power isn't as strong from Mousesports this time around. But, yeah, I kind of feel like they need the burst goal from the towers. And they're going to have to do that by bringing the creeps in, not just stacking, but by pushing.
Well, maybe with an Aegis advantage, they can start threatening some of the tier 1s, but I feel that they need BKB. Like, even though Bristleback and Razor aren't really that effective by either one of those, they do have a safe lane Invoker. Mouse has put a lot of attention into this Invoker.
Here we go.
That disables. Oh.
4 creeps in the mid. The Hellbear belongs to Envy, the rest belong to, Cinderin. Familiar stomp 1, familiar stomp 2, and then boom! Luna's Lucent Beam, but it was also the Meld level 4 hit that came out with a Refraction buff up from Sing Sing. And they just take towers. This is the power I saw from Speed Gaming. They have the ability just to mop up towers one by one. They never have to take a bad trade. Bone 7's going to hook shot into Link, and Link will go invis. TA Trap just trying to slow him down to hold him there. Have they got reveal? Sing Sing's trying to find some lines to get the... yeah, you see why Link's not running back? He's worried about the side blade damage, but he's away to safety. And now on bottom lane, I'm hearing a Wisp ulti coming in. They're coming in for Eternal Envy, but Pylite Die is also here. And Envy pops the Eclipse. Crit, how many damages? It's a lot. Ryan throws out the ultimate, but the Familiar drops down. They lose the Aegis, the Immortal, but Mousesports lose 3. Cinderin's going to come in, and Mousesports, they lose 4. Cinderin can't even pick up the Visage, the last one. She was hoping to do so with some kind of bonus damage. And now not only will they lose 4, but the army which has been assembled will now push and take the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Mousesports just lost their lanes too hard early on, and now Speed Gaming is really pushing that advantage that they have.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Like, despite the fact, I mean, that's the one really good way to be able to deal with Wisp, is just being able to group up early. Wisp in team fights isn't that effective early on. Later on in the game, he's a lot more effective because he has that high level of overcharge, and he can start healing up with mech and urn and that sort of thing, and keeping those carries hitting hard and staying alive. But in these early games, when all you have is your spirits, you don't even have the stun coming out from Tether anymore, you're really not that effective. So if Speed Gaming just groups up as 5, there's no way to be able to really utilize the Wisp effectively and get those relocate ganks.
Yep. That's the beauty of a Helmet of the Dominator early on, man, as well as everything else that Speed Gaming brings to the fight. Clockwork lights it in, and he found Unicorn. The battery assault again going to Unicorn, and he can't just turn his back on that one. He was forced to actually fight directly. Loses his life, and now is Speed Gaming here before the 20-minute mark. Could possibly just push into this tier 3 tower. It's a risk they don't need to take, though. When they're losing other towers, Invoker's pushing at the top lane, they've got to look to the other remaining tier 2 towers. And maybe, I think, yeah, Aui's got to re-summon up... actually, no, he doesn't need a near creep wave. He's walking around with double Centaurs and Alpha Wolf and still got this Hellbear of Eternal Envies.
Yeah, you know, honestly, like, nobody from Mouse should be there if Invoker's not there. Like, Invoker is the main tower defending hero that they have on Mousesports. Being able to spam out Tornado EMPs really hurts those pushes. And if Invoker isn't there to be able to disengage from the team fight that Clockwork is going to be trying to force... Uh-oh, Rise is dead.
Goodbye, Rise. Tia Trip over from the side. Wisp ulti. Whoa. They're going to bring down the clockwork, but Sing Sing's still got a lot of damage, and Owie, well, it's going to send Sing Sing back, but Wisp just gets destroyed by that. They lose both the CM as well as the Wisp.
This Templar Assassin pick is... It was a good pickup. Like, he has just blown up so many of these squishy heroes. Every single one of them. Invoker, I mean, besides Bristleback, even Bristleback, if you're facing into that Meld Strike, he's honestly not that tanky right now. He has gone for a Vanguard, but he depends so heavily on that Bristleback ability that if he's facing those Meld Strikes, he, like, Sing Sing just keeps blowing up everybody.
Yep.
With the Meld hits.
And here it's like, this is what I was talking about before with the Crystal Maiden as well as the Wisp. I was talking about it with what comes out from Eternal Envy, let alone what's coming out from anybody else. And Envy's actually got now his own aura. He picked up his own Alpha Wolf, and he's got to get out of here. Like, this is actually like TP inside the tree line. Tornado's going to, TP's coming. They're going to see him in time. Oh, they do. The cold snap. Working in conjunction with the plasma field was able to stun him up before he could TP out to safety. Nice play by Link in combination in with Synderen. And now they just ping out and say, go to the tier 2 tower. Tier 1 tower in the bottom lane.
For it. They don't want to wait that whole entire time for the creep wave to get there. They know they can take it right now while Luna's dead.
Clock latches in. He doesn't want to wait. Tornado will go up, and the Blade Mail is actually up for Bone 7. They don't want to attack him. Soul Assumption destroys the Wisp quickly, and the support's rotating in for Speed Gaming. It's coming in from the jungle. It's the Chen and the TA. Link, quite visible, quite dead. One last TP out, at least the Brewmaster. The Bristleback gets back to base safely, and Synderen a little bit further down in the tree line, back past where his tier 1 tower used to stand, also TP's out. But that initiation in, you never, like, it's Bone 7's clock. You got to give more respect than that to his clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
But he's now got the Blade Mail and 2,500 gold as well. We could be seeing a very fast Aghanim Scepter up from him. We already got an 18-minute Aghanim Scepter up on Pylai Die. And now middle lane. Unicorn. Bone 7's just looking for the cog trap. Oh, no! Oh!
Those creeps.
The Nova from the CM's also slowing it down. I think she just sacrificed her life for that one. Yeah, she did. Visage with the attack. Envy's already popped off the Eclipse. He's hoping for a couple of lucky hits. Synderen, he's coming close. The Tornado actually buying him some time to soak out a little bit more damage there, but with the Soul Assumption, what happened to Bristleback? It's crit this up. Oh my lord. Just death everywhere. And they're looking for another one. Oh, Linky turned. He has a 4-staff away, and that's his saving grace right there. But Sing Sing will mop up the creep wave, and they can just push high ground right now. But they're not going to. Again, there's no reason to take the risk. They built 4-staff now up on Owie. Pilot, as I said before, has got his Aghanim Scepter. Clockwork has 2,800 gold now, even after death. Templar Assassin has enough to pick up a Manta style. It's just a, yeah.
There you go. This is a mess.
17k gold and about 18 to 19k experience going the way of Speed Gaming. And your Bristleback's not bringing what he needs to. Like, he's got himself, like, in the last game, he was so tanky. And that just gave him so much momentum early on as well. Like, you just rolled through and he's like, oh, what else do I want to pick up? Oh, whatever I desire. Fantastic. Wisp, he's basic boots, he's got Urn, he's got Sentries, he's got Dust. And we're going to go ulti time. Where do we go? The Spirit's there. Oh, Tether. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, thank you, Fred.
What happened? Like, who walked away from who there?
I don't think he walked away. It didn't look like he broke it because of range. I think he just tapped his Q again and turned it off.
Well,
he was probably changing the range of his spirits and possibly turned it off. I just want to give a big shout out if the Korean player Gandhi is currently tuning in. Flashbacks to earlier today. I don't know if you caught the Nexon sponsorship league today.
Didn't know.
That was a couple of moments like that. His entire first game as a Wisp was just something he wants to forget. Clockwork now going to initiate in. Cogs pushing Rice back. He's out of mana, and they've still got this Blade Mail. Synderen is currently hitting himself. Even though the damage is taken, Bone 7, just through the ultimate of Synderen, was killing him off because of the Blade Mail.
Yeah, this looks to be over. Like, Speed Gaming's just going to push in bottom. They don't even need BKBs. They've got Manta Style. They've got a huge amount of damage up on TA now with the Desolator.
Oh, they're dumping in.
This tower's going to melt.
One Lucent Beam. It's just trying to keep the Invoker back. With the Cold Snap already been used as well, yet even if they don't have BKBs, doesn't matter. This is when you see that bouncing going. Look at Link. He has got to be forced back. At the same time, Wisp as well as Bristleback ulti in behind the fight. GG is the call, and rightly so. Speed Gaming, they have performed so well here in the Dota 2 Champions League. They go undefeated through their group stage, which means they have the semi-final berth. They have one of the easiest paths through directly into the main event, the playoffs. As I said before, they can't qualify for everything, but when they do get into a competition, they never cease to impress. They go 4-0. Their option right now is that Alliance could also do the same. Alliance currently 2-0. They've still got another couple of games. They've got the game up against Fnatic coming up on the 4th, and then they've got a game up against Sigma coming up on the 13th of November. So a lot of games still yet to be played out. Of course, this is actually the last game for Speed. So we give them more congratulations. 4-0, man. 4-zip for the boys.
Yeah, really impressive. This game especially, like, that's one of the problems with these very mid-game oriented lineups. You lose sight of the laning phase. In Speed Gaming, they had strong lanes, especially with the way that they put them, with a Templar Assassin being bottom and the Chen in the enemy jungle. Mm-hmm. That was a play that was going to put Mouse pretty much on the back foot. Like, they wanted to be able to really put an aggressive tri-lane versus that, versus the Luna and shut him down really early on and constantly dive the tower and that sort of thing. But just the Chen being in the enemy jungle completely takes that option away from you. You have to have a support being able to assist that safe lane. And from then on out, they were never ahead. Like, Speed Gaming took that early advantage just by putting the lanes that way and pressed it over and over and over again. There was no point in time where Mouse was actually ahead or even on gold or experience.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up tonight. I also want to point out the fact there's still a couple of games yet to be played out from Group 2. They won't be played out this evening. In fact, we have a day off tomorrow from the D2CL, and we actually come back, I believe it is on the Saturday. Mouse will play up against Liquid. That'll be the last Mousesports game. If they lose that one and go 1-3, it opens the door for Na'Vi to qualify directly through into 3rd position. That's the importance of that one. If Mousesports take it, then they will at least have a fight out, a playoff matchup for the 3rd position up against Na'Vi. That's if Na'Vi could take their win as well. If both teams lose, then we find ourselves with a nice little draw down on that 3rd position. So still playoffs. So we may have extra games no matter what, no matter how this all ends out. But yeah, that game will be coming up at 19 CEST on this coming Saturday. There is no matches coming up this Wednesday, but as always, guys, follow us over on Twitter. Dota Capitalist is my co-caster for our last game tonight. And follow me as TobiWan Dota. I'm on Facebook as well as Twitter. I let you know where I'm streaming. I'm jumping around 4 different live streams of late. So, yeah. I'm bouncing around the place, peoples. I'm bouncing around the place, and the best way to keep up to date with it is just through the social networks. I'll let you know where I'm going, because I'm casting Thursday, have an off day on Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday too, we'll be doing multiple different competitions. So, yeah, follow us all there. Till then, also, D2CL is the Twitter for the Dota 2 Championship League, and if you haven't bought a ticket, go ahead and do one. Go ahead and do one. Buy one. That way, you are also contributing to the prize pool for this competition. So, for all the greater good peoples. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me too, Cap. Any last words from my friend from America?
No, I'm probably just going to be streaming some NEL. In fact, Pandago just opened up a game now, so that's what I'll be doing.
Beautiful. Go check out his live stream. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time you're on the live stream.